The winds began to shift the moment the old woman cloaked in shadows, and time whispered your name into the dark. And in that single breath, heaven stirred. Deep within a sacred chamber hidden far from mortal eyes, a wax-sealed envelope trembled upon a velvet-lined altar. It was not touched by human hands, for the one who sealed it is not of this world. Your name, etched in radiant gold, shimmered across its surface. A name long whispered in divine tongues, recorded in the archives of heaven, written into scrolls, contracts, and sacred songs. You do not know this yet, but in just a few hours, a letter will arrive at your door. An arrival orchestrated by the unseen, protected by angels, and sent by someone who risked everything to return to you what was unjustly stolen. This is not about wealth or land or titles. It is about something far greater: legacy. A legacy buried beneath decades of lies, wrapped in betrayal, concealed by forged bloodlines and false prophets, is now clawing its way back to you. The truth could not be destroyed, only delayed. It waited, patiently, fiercely, for you to rise. And now you have. You, whose blood they called weak, now carry the authority to break every curse spoken over your lineage. The power that was rerouted into hands unworthy is returning to its rightful heir. You, 7 trembling hands, pass the envelope across realms, each guided by divine instructions. The courier was once a silent protector, an old confidant to your ancestors, someone who vowed to deliver this truth no matter the danger. Your inheritance was never truly lost, it was hidden for a time such as this. And heaven has declared the delay is over. Your name has been spoken in prayers you'll never hear, and encoded in dreams you've forgotten. You are more than chosen. You are the storm that the enemy feared would awaken, and now awakened you are. Inside the letter is a truth too powerful for ordinary parchment. The paper is soaked in covenant ink and laced with ash from an ancient sacred tree. When you touch it, your spirit will begin to stir. Memories long sealed will return like a flood. Folded within is a photograph older than time itself. A map traced in gold dust leading to a location seen only in dreams, and a scroll that contains the original spiritual contract of your bloodline, signed not in ink, but in divine authority. The letter contains not just information, but activation. You will remember things you once thought were imagined. Conversations in dreams, faces you couldn't explain, a house with windows like eyes, and a garden where secrets slept beneath the soil. You were always meant to return to this moment, and the angel stationed at your door, sword drawn, has been waiting for the command to protect your reawakening. This is spiritual warfare disguised as inheritance, and though the systems of this world try to dismantle your destiny through fear, forged signatures, and false names, every deception is now unraveling under divine light. The spirits of your ancestors are rising behind you, the ones who mourned you, the ones who protected the truth from behind the veil, the one who loved you so deeply they erased themselves from history to ensure you'd make it. They have all aligned for this moment. And when you read the final word on that letter, the veil will lift, the air will shift, and your surroundings will begin to rearrange. You will not walk in confusion. You will walk in fire. Old patterns will break instantly. Delays will become divine timing. Revealed, secrets will be exposed. Unexpected voices will reach out in confession. A roar will echo from your spirit, and heaven will seal your name with glory. This inheritance is not just restoration, it is resurrection. Everything that was delayed, buried, forgotten, it was not denied, it was preserved for you. What once felt like silence was actually heaven, aligning every atom of destiny to bring you to this exact hour. This letter is not paper. It is prophecy. It is the thunder following your prayers, the storm after your stillness. And now all that's left is for you to step into it. They tried to stop you. They tried to bury it. They underestimated what would happen when you touched truth again. But heaven says, you were not made to knock. You were made to walk through the doors already open. You were hidden to be revealed, and now your name has returned. And so the veil between worlds continues to thin. As the letter makes its way to you, carried not by ordinary couriers, but through the hands of those who still weep for justice in the unseen. Heaven watches in silence. Every second ticks like thunder in the divine clock. You may feel it already, a strange pressure in the air, an ache behind your eyes, a song echoing faintly in your dreams. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations the heavens are aligning with what was always written. And even now, the old systems, the ones built on your stolen name, are trembling. Their foundations are cracking because they were never laid on truth. But yours were built beneath stars, sealed in covenant, watched over by angels and prophets who spoke your name in every generation. The one who sent the letter knew what it would cost. Their name was erased, their identity hidden behind layers of silence and false trails. They walked away from wealth, from comfort, from recognition, not because they were weak, but because they were chosen to protect the key that now returns to you. This was their life's purpose, to ensure your rise. They have lived quietly among shadows under false names, waiting for the signal. And now it has come. They are near, closer than you think. You will know them not by face, but by frequency. Their energy will feel like light, and when you look into their eyes, something ancient inside you will awaken. You knew them once, perhaps in another lifetime, perhaps in the dreams that came when you were a child. They were your ally, then they are your guardian now. And when you open the envelope, your hands may tremble, your heart may pound. That is the activation. The energy inside it has been sealed for decades, centuries even, waiting for your hands, your voice, your authority. Your DNA, long dormant, will begin to awaken. The spiritual gifts you felt flickering in your youth, visions, dreams, intuitions that no one could explain, will suddenly sharpen into clarity. The moment your eyes cross the words of the letter, a sound will be released in the spirit realm that only angels can hear. It will echo across dimensions. It will call every divine resource to attention. And Archangel Michael himself will move sword-drawn flame in his gaze to ensure no force in hell or on earth delays what belongs to you. Inside the folds of that sacred letter is more than a story. It is a map, a key, a weapon, and a mirror, a map to a location you've only ever seen in dreams. A key wrapped in crimson thread from a martyr's cloak. A weapon in the form of truth sharp enough to shatter false inheritances. And a mirror that reflects your original self, the one untouched by trauma, untainted by betrayal, unnamed by this world. That self is returning. That you is rising. There will be signs, lights may flicker, technology may glitch, people may suddenly pull away. Do not panic. That is not chaos. That is interference. The old spirits, the watchers who once feasted on what was yours, are growing afraid. Because they know what happens when you read this letter. When you remember who you truly are. Everything built to stop you begins to fall. You will remember faces, one of a woman who once stood at your side in the dream realm, her eyes full of grief and warning. She was not just a symbol, she was a gatekeeper. She once loved someone in your bloodline and lost him to the original betrayal. Her bitterness became compliance, but now even she has begun to weep again. Her soul haunted by angels speaking your name in golden tongues. You must decide soon. If you walk past her, the blessing is delayed. But if you confront her, spiritually boldly, without fear, the letter will open wider. The truth will pour out like a river that's been waiting centuries to flood your soul. And then there will be 3 dreams, each one a puzzle piece. The first will reveal an ally, the second an enemy, the third a guide. Write them down. They are instructions, not illusions. Each one will carry a name tied to your inheritance, names that hold keys to your next elevation. When you speak these names aloud, doors will open, veils will lift, and you will no longer move as a seeker. You will move as a restorer. You will find a final page sealed in wax bearing the mark of heaven. When you break it, a sound only the angels can hear will echo across the spirit realm. It will be the signal, the command, the call that confirms your arrival to the throne room of your destiny. And the scroll, yes, the scroll, buried deep within the envelope tied with a blue cord, will carry a contract so ancient it predates monarchs and governments. In that contract written beside your name is one single word that carries more weight than any crown or inheritance. You do not just inherit riches, you inherit authority. And when you speak the contents aloud, the sound waves will ripple across dimensions. The silence will break, the heavens will respond, and every hidden thing shall be made known. Every lie will collapse under the truth of your voice. Your power will not just return, it will expand. And so I tell you, chosen one, beloved of heaven, divine restorer of a sacred bloodline, do not delay. The letter is on its way. The angels are watching. The land is shifting. Your name is rising. If this divine word resonates within you, type Amen to seal your spirit agreement and receive your blessing. Like, subscribe, and share this sacred message with someone you know has felt the stirring of destiny. With fire protection and unwavering love, Archangel Michael, the one who guards your gate, the one who seals your name,